You actually get old.
I'm super.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna watch that shit because of that, man. I'm not doing that, man. It's nice and all, but man, I'm not gonna watch that because of that. Okay. At this point, let me see. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, shit. It's in like in the 400s and shit. Like, I'm not gonna do it. Oh man. Mm, okay. I mean, if I don't, I mean, mm, mm, yeah. Finally, that level got hit last night. Mm, mm. 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 Hey, what's up, Alfred? I mean, I'm waiting on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Honestly, I don't even remember. I don't even remember. It might have been. Yeah, it's probably like this one or something like that. Oh no. Mm. Well, I don't know how, but I always tend to. Mm. Mm. He said what? Gameway says as soon as you spoke, he replied. Corn hater. Okay, I don't know how I'm a hater. Okay. Yeah, it could be that way. It could be that way. I'm debating if I should keep this like I'm really debating if I should just keep this if I should keep this order right here. Cuz I mean, we could see the market just grind, but I'm definitely going to mm. So both of my levels on the NA meetings got hit last night on the Nasdaq. Make sure you guys are checking that out, but when I say that we got I think I was what 20 points in drawdown, 23 points in drawdown, and from 950 we got a straight drop to so a 200 point drop from my area. And then we get a perfect entry down there. 735 is what I was looking for, and we get the bounce. I've been really debating because I don't know if this is the Nasdaq or if it's just me. And I'm trying to convince myself to go back to the Nasdaq. It's like, yeah, look at that. Look at these perfect entries that you could have got in your account. All you have to do is set a limit and let it play out. Trying to trying to call me back and trade the freaking NQ. All you gotta do is let it play out. But here's something very interesting on the ES. We are in an uptrend on the ES, but look at this wedge. We're going in a it's a wedge. It's a trend, it's a channel, but it's a wedge, a triangle wedge. I don't know what that means. We all know that either we're going to get a big push up or we're going to see a big push down. But we are definitely in a wedge right now. So that could be interesting. That can definitely be interesting. Uh, hmm, um, well, I'm about to see if so I had one of my limits hit. So the initial pullback trade that I took was a loser. Honest, yeah, it was a loser. And then I had a follow-up trade right here where I got my money back. Hmm. Gold has just been playing with my heart, man. Gold has been just playing with my heart. Just playing with it. Just playing with my heart. So I'm in this gold short right now. She playing with me right now. Don't know if it's gonna work out or not. Kind of like what gold did last night with this super push. We was literally in at the bottom with gold. She played with my heart just to push up like this, man. She literally played with my heart just to push up like that. If y'all guys were with me last night, you know the turmoil that gold put me through last night. Y'all witnessed it. Just for her to do all this right here. Hit all my targets and then go beyond. Make a full recovery damn near. All the way back to the highs in one night. Freaking gold, man. And this is why I don't take profits before price hits my TP. This is the main reason why. Because yeah, I mean I'll get the pullbacks and it'll hit my break even 10 times, but it never comes near my stop. And if I'm just patient, not only will it hit my TP, it will go further. Well, and he said, I ain't fighting the train trying to hear it. Uh, gain weight. I don't know if you said anything, but the first message that I see from you is, yo, Alfred, as soon as he spoke, he replied. You ain't say nothing before that. You did not say anything before that, gain weight. I did not see anything from you. Mm. Well, I don't want to sit here and watch gold chop around at my entry. Mm. Mm, 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 I mean, no, I get it. And I get it. Gold. I get it. I get it. I get it. All right. I get it. I get it. I get it. Mm. I guess it just had to be more patient, I guess. Mm. Mm. All right. All right. Let's check on that gold position. Oh, wow. Cool. All right. Cool. Man, gold, come on, man. Stop doing shit like that, man. Damn. Damn. All right. So that's cool. I can accept that. All right. That's cool. A nice gold play. Nice gold play. Actually, game. Wait, what did you say? Because if you, I think if oh shit, yeah, the first person that said anything on the chat that I see is Alfred. I didn't, I don't see anything from you. All right, cool. All right, a nice entry on gold. So this is what I will say about this position. I initially had my entry at 369, but then I saw that potentially it could have dropped right here, so I added right here. So I had a bad entry just for it to fill my original entry and then drop. I thought I was going to have to deal with a lot more pain on this one, but it played out. So I mean, what I was really looking for was, yeah, I saw that the value area high was around 370. Uh, I was looking at all these wicks and a fib lined up with this level. So I was like, well, there's a lot of confluence in this area. A fib lined up right here. I see a lot of resistance, or I see a lot of buyers trying to buy it. And then once it finally rolled over, this was the area that I was looking for. And I just refined my entry using a fib level. So I should have just trusted in my original plan. It worked out. I'm not saying that it didn't, but I did let a little bit of FOMO kind of dictate this entry a little bit, and I kind of added where I shouldn't. But I mean, it did work out. So, man, if what I need to work on moving forward is just letting these positions play out. Well, I'm up 3K in the account. So I'm gonna move to the sim. I'm gonna cancel all these orders. There's no point over trading. I made 2,400 last night. I made 3K today. So what is that? What, a $5,300 day? $5,400 day. So, and all entries were taken on stream. You know, honestly, so I don't know if y'all guys saw it, but did y'all see what oh crap. Yo, okay, before we talk about that, this is not trading related, but this was like the craziest thing that I seen this morning. And I thought to myself, as a company, if you want to destroy yourself, if you just want the entire company just to collapse, this is exactly how you do it. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all guys must have seen it somewhere on social media that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is trying to quote unquote, well, not quote unquote, but actually race swap Black Panther. Now, I don't know who they think is going to go and watch that shit or support it, but we don't know if this is like a joke. We don't know if this is maybe someone trolling on the internet. But if this is true, if they're really trying to make Black Panther a non-black character, I really don't know who they're focusing on with this movie. And they already should know the response that they're going to receive. They should know this. There's just certain things that you just don't touch, especially when it has a lot of significant cultural impact to a specific group. Now, if they do it, I mean, I don't think nobody's going to watch it, and they're going to cancel themselves. That's literally blowing their own heads off. So I just find that very interesting that they would even put something like that out in the ether like that. But supposedly the backstory is that T'Challa divorced Storm, you know, one of the baddest bitches in Marvel, you know, and for whatever reason he chose to, I guess, go against his roots, I guess, and have a child with a quote unquote white woman. I don't understand where this would come from, where this storyline would come from. I really don't know. I really don't know why someone would think of this and actually put that into the ether, but especially when they know the effects that that type of storyline will have, unless they were doing it intentionally for this quote unquote shock value. But apparently his son will be the new ruler of Wakanda. And it just screams colonization. Like we can't call it anything other than that. I just find it very interesting that somebody, especially at Disney, would do something like that. That's just very interesting when they know exactly the response they're going to get. But I thought it was hilarious because if they do go through with this, well, they already know what the response will be. They already know that they will get canceled by their own people, and that would probably be the end of it right there. So I just found that funny. He said a tan panther. I mean, stories like that. I mean, honestly, I don't care for that. Really, I don't care for like the race swaps and the DEI and all that crap. I'm a firm believer in having the best person to do the job. Oh shit! Look at that. All right, there we go. There we go. Great trade. Great fucking trade. Let me make sure all my orders are canceled. Make sure all the orders are canceled, and we're going to sim. We made $5,400 today, man. I mean, we made more than that. We left a lot of money on the table, not taking profits, but we we still made money. But anyway, um, yeah. I mean, you just don't mess with stuff like that. The Little Mermaid. I mean stuff like that. Yeah, people's gonna be mad about that, but it has no cultural. I mean, who the fuck is a mermaid? I mean, is anybody in the audience? Y'all have relatives that are mermaids? Y'all go visit underneath the sea and shit. I mean, fictional characters that don't necessarily represent anything. I mean, if somebody wants to race swap them, obviously the people that enjoy the story, those people, obviously they'll hate it. But uh, when a character is deeply rooted in culture and tradition, you just don't fuck with that. You're not going to get the response that you think you're going to get. It's just not. You're going to go lower for gold? The Brown Panther. The second movie was not good. Unfortunately, they tried. Well, they didn't try. They actually did it. Obviously, the Marvel Cinematic, MCU, they openly said that they wanted to make the MCU the MCU. They wanted to have all female characters be the more powerful characters of the universe. Um, Even if the characters weren't necessarily popular, they just made them that way, and it was done purposely. Obviously, because of identity politics and whatever agenda that they wanted to pass. And so what they did with the second one was obviously they passed the torch to the sister and made her Black Panther. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's instilled in us that even if the majority of the tribe is female or feminine, the head is usually masculine. That is ingrained in us, regardless if we like it or not. Even with my own personal experience, and I'm not trying to get into this I'm not going to go deep into it, but with my own personal experience, I see this all the time. The women that I usually attracted were these masculine women. And the reason for that is because deep down, the most feminine or not, what is it, the feminist women, all they're really looking for is somebody to submit to. They're looking for somebody powerful. And unfortunately, the men that's in their lives keep disappointing them, forcing them to be more masculine versus in their natural state as feminine. And I've seen it personally time and time and time again that that's all they want. So honestly, I understand the psychology behind it. I understand that most men aren't men anymore, or they don't behave as such. They are just as sassy and feminine as the women. That's just the society that we live in. I mean, it's their life. They can choose to live the life how they want to. But that's just going to have the effect that women are just not going to, they can't rely on the men that's in their lives. So, but anyway, I get that I get that's what they wanted to do, but I just understood that if you just have a pool of femininity and no masculinity, and if your target audience is women, well, unfortunately, regardless of what they say on the internet, women love men. I mean, regardless of what they say on the internet, regardless. I mean, if you sit there and believe the shit that they say on the internet, then you're a fool because that's not how they operate in real life. It's not. So, but even though they had failure after failure after failure, their only movie that was successful was the movies that they had a balance between masculine and feminine energy. You can have powerful women, but even women don't want to see women like that. I mean, regardless of what these directors believe, that's not what women really want. They say they want that, but that's not what they want. They don't want that shit. They just don't. And that's why their movies failed. And yet they kept trying it. And they continued to fail. So, in my opinion, I think maybe MCU, maybe they don't want to be successful anymore. Maybe they're just saying, hey, what's the next project that we can fail at? Maybe they're just addicted to failing. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? But they definitely not making good decisions at all. They are definitely not making good decisions. But kind of going off that topic, did y'all guys see what is his name? Selling Rips. Y'all see his rant? I randomly I guess another YouTuber was talking about it, and I listened to the audio. And if y'all guys listen to that, that's exactly why I don't do certain things. I kind of see that from I have an understanding of where that's coming from. I mean, one of the big things that he said that was that grabbed my attention is that y'all guys just allow these guys to fool y'all. Y'all just let guys that don't know how to trade take your money and you just make them rich. Something like that, right? He was basically saying y'all just love being scammed. Y'all just love being lied to. And honestly, I feel like a lot of that is coming from what is it called? Damn, what is that shit called? Because he's kind of doing the same things too. He's selling a Discord. He's selling a product. I'm not saying that he's not a good trader. I'm not saying that. I really don't care what the next how the next person trades. But when you're making more money marketing than trading, and then you have a group of people believing that you're a good trader. Oh yeah, and he also said that yeah, y'all look up to these guys. They have different accounts every day. They have different accounts every day, and y'all guys still believe that they're good traders. Stuff like that. I mean, people love being lied to, but at the same time, as human beings, we hate lying. Isn't that a contradiction? Isn't that a contradiction? It's such like the human experience is such a contradiction. We love being lied to, but we hate lying. Such a stupid contradiction. And like I said before, a lot of these gurus are just rich off of selling products, but they're not actually rich, or they didn't make their money, or they're not successful trading. And I've already stated that once you make a certain amount of money, money has no meaning. Money can't buy purpose. Money can't buy self satisfaction, self esteem, and confidence. Money can only buy things externally. But when it comes to your inner world, money has no influence over that. The only thing that has influence over your inner world is honesty, hard work, consistency, and overcoming bad habits, overcoming fears. You're not going to be confident unless you do the inner work. It's just not how it works. But I was actually on the treadmill this morning thinking about this, and that saying cheaters never win, it's so simple, but it's so deep. Based on how the human experience works, is always trying to automate tasks. And if you scam and cheat your way to a quote unquote victory, well, you win, obviously. I mean, you won. But guess what you don't have? Well, you cheated to get there, so you don't have confidence in your ability. You don't have self-esteem. You're going to have anxiety because the next time when a situation like that happens, then you're going to need that. Kind of like if actually like in The Boys with what's his name? A-Train, when he raced that other speedster. You saw how he wasn't confident because he didn't have V. It's the same shit. You don't have confidence in your ability unless you're cheating. And if someone takes the tools away from you that you use to cheat, then what are you? You know? So I think what he's going through right now is like he's gotten to the point to where it's like, man, I think it is burnout. I think it is. It's like, man, these people are just keep buying my courses. I'm not really showing consistency. Everybody around me in this space isn't showing consistency. They're just making money. It's just not real. It's not an authentic experience. And that's something else that the human experience craves, authenticity. But then at the same time, it loves to be lied to and pushed into a fantasy world. It's the human experience is definitely complicated, man. Definitely complicated. And and I notice these things too, and that's why I choose not to do these things. I choose not to. I would love to get paid for my work, but at the same time, I understand that after a while, it's not going to mean anything. It's just not going to mean anything. When I get these payouts, it doesn't mean anything after a while. I mean, the journey of getting the payout meant more than the payout itself. When I get the payout, it's like, okay, well, I mean, I appreciate this money. This money will, I don't know, maybe take care of a car note, a house bill, whatever. It's going to take care of something, right? It's money. But it means nothing after I get it. But I find more purpose coming, showing up on stream every day, showcasing my talents, fighting the trend, like Alfred likes to say, and everybody. I like to fight the trend. It's kind of something I do. But I find more purpose in doing that. And I can do this. So it's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I would like to get paid. But then at the same time, I just know it's not going to mean nothing after a while. If I was in a situation where I needed the money, then that would be a completely different story. Like if this put food on the table for my family, that's a completely different story. But this is a hobby though. My career puts plenty of things on the table for me and allows me to store and provide and plan for the future. So this is more of a hobby versus it being a necessity. But I wouldn't mind this, being all I do. But it just has to mean something if I do it like that. It just has to mean something. And I mean, yeah, that's just human nature, man. I think greed is human nature. Greed is something that we needed to survive in a time where resources were limited. Just imagine you didn't have a local HEB, Piggly Wiggly, Walmart, or whatever down the street that you can go to, and you had to hunt and scavenge for everything that you provide to your family. Greed is what kept people alive when we couldn't conveniently go down the street to a store. You see a pile of grapes on the ground. Well, shit, I'm grabbing on them damn grapes. Shit, me and my family about to eat. I don't know about yours, but I know about mine. And so all these all these emotions and stuff like that, that I guess I don't want to call them primitive, but you know, emotions that kept us alive and allowed the human experience to push forward into what it is now, even though we don't necessarily need greed anymore because everything is in abundance. Like literally everything is in abundance at this point. Greed is still a very big part of us. Definitely is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with greed, but you just have to manage it correctly and make sure that it's doing good instead of harm. But that's my opinion, though. Obviously, it's my opinion. That is very correct, Alfred. That is very correct. That's probably one of the big reasons why people do it. That's I mean, in in business, we like to delegate blame a lot. That's why lawyers hire other lawyers. That's why if just using just taxes as an example, even if you can do your own taxes, people hire other people to do their taxes so they can shift blame. Insurance companies make millions of dollars off of this. This is why insurance companies are one of the big three next to pharma and everything else. We're literally buying blame. So if someone hits our car, it's like, well, it's not our fault. We'll just pass it to the insurance company and they'll deal with it. That's really a big thing, man. A lot of people's ego cannot handle failure. Their success is so ingrained in who they believe that they are. And I'm speaking mostly from personal experience. Success is so deeply ingrained with who they are. Failure is not acceptable. It's a cognitive dissonance to fail, especially when if you think in your mind that you're the shit, even if you have nothing to show for it. And so it's just easier for the mind to accept that it wasn't my fault, it was somebody else's fault. I'm still the shit. But this is where we have to humble ourselves. Because if you don't humble yourself, you'll never grow. You'll still stay that same person that likes to blame everybody else for the things that are happening in your world. So I had an entry at 29. So I'm going to sell here. I'm going to see if that position would have worked out. But shit. Now, even though this looked like a deep pullback with gold, I mean, it literally just only pulled back into this range. So I think that we could probably see maybe a push here on gold potentially. We could potentially see a push here on gold. I wonder what the hell that was. Because I mean, once it does that, then I feel like it resets. But man, yeah, I feel like it resets after that. Because that's what. Yeah, that's exactly what it did. It reset after that. Mm, that big push down. Man, it came right back up. 3359. Mm, mm. Yeah, that was a reset right there. Yeah, that was a reset right there. Yeah, man, that just kind of tells me everything I need to know because it dropped right there. Huh? Yeah, then maybe no. Then maybe not. And then that was the, where was it drop right there? Hmm. 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 Well, I guess I can listen to it, I guess. All right. I mean, because technically that takes out that low. So, I mean, would this be considered a pullback trade though? Would this be considered a pullback? Would that be? Because I mean, we got this leg breaking up higher, but we it broke higher into resistance though. I'm pretty sure if we do see a pullback trade, it won't break the high, but it'll be a decent bounce. It'll probably be a decent bounce. Hold on. Why? Okay, so is Ninja Trader 8 doing another I think Ninja Trader 8 is doing another yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, what? Yo, what the hell? Okay. Man, okay. So apparently Ninja Traders 8 competition was actually I dude, what the hell? How do I miss this thing? All right, man. Says you have two-factor Well, maybe let me see some. Maybe I'm already registered. Maybe I already registered. Let me see. I mean, I don't think I should be, or you have two-factor. Please check your email to approve this machine. Yet they don't send me the fucking email. Like, what the fuck was that? Damn. All right, so Ninja Trader 8 had the competition again. And for whatever reason, I don't know why all right, so for anybody that trades Ninja Trader 8, so Bull Barbie, the person on MFF, partnered with Ninja Trader 8, and yeah, she partnered with Ninja Trader 8. Actually, let me just put this on the stream real quick. So I guess I'm glad I kind of tuned into MFF because I would have missed this shit completely. They already have a competition going. I don't understand why I missed it or I didn't get notified, but whatever. So there's already 287 participants already, which honestly I'm surprised is so small. But you get $25,000 of $25,000 balance. First place gets $1,000. It's 5 days, so it's like a 5 day payout. Um, so if y'all guys want to join it, I'll drop the link in the chat if y'all guys want to join. But I just joined. I joined. And this is actually Oh, so this is a 3-day. So this is in 3 days. So 3 days. So next week, this is actually pretty good. I actually, because next week, like we talked about last night, is going to be a very volatile week next week. It's going to be super volatile. I think next week will probably be a good week to take some time off. Next week would definitely be a good time to take some time off because we don't know what the heck is going to happen next week. A lot of things can happen. A lot of people can lose accounts that they worked very hard in next week. We got FOMC. We have a short week next week. I think next week will probably be a good week to probably get in a couple of evals. Don't trade your funded accounts. And I'll definitely be trading this account all week next week. Mostly ES and gold. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going back to Nasdaq. I'm not getting back into that. Even though the NA meetings levels are hitting, I'm just not going to. Because I mean, if I have to wait for the extremes, then I don't need to trade the Nasdaq to make money. Gold definitely makes the money for me. ES definitely makes the money. I can trade with size. I'm just going to stick to that. So this is not going to be an excuse for me to go back to the NQ. But we'll see what happens with this gold play. So I mean, I kind of bought because it looked like initially that there was going to bounce off this trend line. I mean, it still can bounce off the trend line. We'll see. But this is still a big move in one direction, and this could potentially be seen as a pullback to buy. Yeah, I think that'll probably be the better option, Santiago, because the ES is definitely still trading in a range, and the Nasdaq. I mean, I'm not surprised by this, but she hasn't done anything. It seems like the only thing that's moving right now is gold. Gold is the only instrument that's moving. Shit, gold is moving for everybody today. Oh boy. Man, I don't want to change my damn password, man. Man, I might want no damn reset. You know, I mean, shit, my bad. Gain weight. I'm not saying that. Okay, so I would be in this short now. I would be in this short. So let's see how this plays out. Now, this is what I was looking for originally in this area for a short. And this is the hourly chart. Now, I will say that the hourly chart is super bullish. Like this shit is super bullish. Or let me rephrase that. The hourly structure is bullish for sure. We got price bouncing off of the trend, the support trend line. My only thing is just that this, like I said, this triangle channel that we're in right now. The reason why I taken this trade, or I wanted to take this trade short, or try for a short here, not for a reversal, but for a rejection. I mean, we all can't carry our positions for 20 days, 100 days from the bottom. But for us intraday traders, it was going to be a sweep above this area right here where there were sellers. We had a break above, and I was looking for a potential head and shoulders pattern and a fib lined up in this area. So, and you got the R4 pivot point in this area too. So, this is why I was looking for the rejection in this area. Actually, let me look because maybe I'm not even getting notifications from them. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's typical. So you're interested if price gets to around 140 to 280. Man, gain weight, dude, that's like next week potentially. And the market does care about triangles, circles, and squares. Oh, triangles, circles, and squares. Let me write that down. That was actually a pretty good one. You don't have that copyrighted, right? You don't have it copyrighted. Triangles, circles, and squares. Triangles, circles, and squares. Triangles, circles, and squares. The market does care about triangles, circles, and squares. Can't wait. They matter. They matter intraday. They matter. Okay. Damn. So I was sitting there. So, man. All right. Hmm. Honestly, I don't know. The journey for real. It is the journey for real. I mean, that's exactly what it is. Damn, dude, that's so crazy because it was. Oh, huh? Damn. Mm. 3495. I mean, at this point, it just would have. Mm, man, that would have been almost perfect right there. I'm gonna have to look at this. Not, uh, oh. I guess what I'll do is oh my bad. Yeah. So man, nobody cares about triangles, squares, and circles and squares. Even the prop accounts, I still will look. I should sell, but this goes against what you want the market to do in the conversation earlier about people being greedy. I mean, well, okay, so gain weight. How should I look at gold? How I look at gold currently is that it bounces off of support and it rejects from resistance. That's how I see it. I don't see any other way than that. It's just simple. It's just a simple view of gold. It's just a simple view of gold. You said it doesn't? What is the correct way to look at it? When it breaks structure, it goes. It's hard for the market to recover after it breaks. Uh, all I see when I look at gold is price action. That's it. That's all I see. We saw a failed breakout. The bulls failed to hold the pullback, and all their stops are getting hit. That's all I see. I don't see anything other than that. Now, I do see that we have a strong move in one direction, and this could be an opportunity to buy the pullback. I do also see that. But I do think that the market will go down a little bit deeper than what it is right now, potentially. Potentially. Go a little bit deeper, dig a little bit deeper for gold. Right now, I'm in this ES short. I mean, the market is grinding. I mean, it can continue to grind. Right now, it is grinding. But I think I can get. I'm not 100% confident, but it's highly likely that I could potentially see my targets getting hit here. The only thing that's concerning about this position is that we have VWAP and the 200 EMA ready to save the day here. I'm pretty sure there's buyers sitting right here. I'm pretty sure they are. If we do see price drop from this high, I'm pretty sure that's where they'll buy it. But if they don't, If we see a failure from the bulls here, we have all these stops underneath this low right here. And these stops can be the fuel to push this market back down to probably 6,000. I'm looking at maybe 6,000, maybe a pullback to about 6,000, maybe a little bit lower, maybe 995, 6,000, 995. And then we can see that push to 200, 100, like Gameway says. But Gameway, you know that we're not going to see. It's highly likely that we see that tomorrow. We're not going to see it today. It's highly unlikely with the uncertainty of CPI tomorrow that, well, okay, so we know that it's not uncertainty for the big boys. They already know, but it's uncertainty for retail. But the big boys need retail's liquidity to push this thing up higher. So if they can get the bulls, if they can get retail bulls to keep buying, they can pull this thing back to generate the liquidity that they need, and then they can push this thing higher for CPI tomorrow. Or lower, depending on what they want to do. But I'm pretty sure tomorrow, these triangles, circles, and squares that Kane Wade said, I'm pretty sure that this is going to play a lot of significance into tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a break above this, a pullback, and using this trend line as price trends up higher, or if we see a break, a pullback, and then a drop from this. These trend lines will definitely play a part tomorrow, for sure. For sure. All right, so yeah, it looks like my entry is, looks like we are getting the response that I was looking for. The thing is will I get my, how long will it take for price to hit my target is the question. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to start documenting this. I'm gonna start documenting this. Yeah, that usually okay, so it's they hunted my steps. They hunted my steps. They hunted my steps. Hmm. They're hunting my steps. Mm. Mm. Well, mm. Yeah. Now, gain weight. If I had a longer term account, then my mindset would be completely different. I think our mindsets would probably align a lot more if I had a longer term account. If I had a longer term account, I think actually I don't think. I kind of know. Because this is how I traded when I was using the zero accounts on UProfit before they scammed everybody out of those. But unfortunately for the rest, yeah. Mm, 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 Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Man, this is horrible price action. This is horrible movement in the market. This is horrible, man. Neither side of the market wants to give it up. I would hate to. I like honestly. I would hate to just. I'm glad I kind of discovered gold because I would hate to have to deal with this. I try to go to CL. I try to look at CL and try to give her a chance. But actually, let's look at CL, man. I try to give her a chance. I try. I think actually let me look how let me look how this looks. I try to give CL a chance. The senior citizen price action. It's no bull or bear left behind price action where the market needs to get liquidity from all sides of the market. I mean, shoot. I mean, so I'm listening to MFF right now as well in my ear. And like I said, honestly, I only experienced tilt with Nasdaq. I don't necessarily experience tilt with any other instrument. Maybe gold, maybe gold a little bit, but I do those things out of habit because of that's interesting. So Gainway, I don't know if you know, but yeah, I'm pretty sure you know. But with the new update, we get fair value gaps. We have a fair value gap indicator on NinjaTrader 8. Don't know if you want to add that indicator to your chart, but yeah, shit. Alfred is definitely becoming consistent with these payouts for sure. Hmm. Hmm. What the fuck? Yeah, I can't do this, man. I don't want to. Oh, you haven't updated it? Uh, I think that orb trade is probably going to be. I mean, shit. Since the market is jumping on that orb trade, well, Hmm. Man, I feel like I'm 10 million years old right now. Wow, this price action is horrible. Man, this is horrible, man. This is horrible. This is horrible price action. Wow. So for the last since 5 o'clock in the morning until now, so for 5 hours, both the Nasdaq and the ES, the Golden Girls, has been chopping to the right. Both of the Golden Girls have been chopping to the right, man. Mm. All right, see you later, Santiago. Yeah, I can't tolerate that in my ears anymore. Okay, so I mean, stuff like that, man. It's just, well, the market is going to do that. Hmm. I mean, as long as I do that, it just seems like I'll be successful. But just waiting for it to set up, that's the difficult part or the challenging part to be able to identify the setup as it happens. Just wait for it to show itself, and it usually does, but mm. So with gold, you know that you have to do it on both sides. Womp womp. I guess the only thing I can do is follow the rules, right? That's the only thing I can do is follow the rules. Even if it misses, I mean, I guess you can't. I guess you can't get them all, right? Unless you want to take some drawdown, but sometimes that drawdown doesn't even. Sometimes the drawdown, it's not even worth it. Yeah, because I mean, if you saw that, I mean, everything just lined up, and that was a good area. That was a good area. Because I mean, hmm. Okay, well, and then that shit did it. So I did it again. So I'm gonna start looking for that. So if that happens, then it usually makes a 200% move to the next level. Usually does that. Said Ben does it better. Wow. Okay. Yeah, just had that shit clean, man. Wow. All right. You know what? Let me actually look at the volume. Let me look at the volume. All right. So let's see how much volume is actually even being traded right now. And this is the main reason why I don't trade Bitcoin futures anymore. Look at the low liquidity in this instrument. It's just so low liquidity. This is why I don't trade it. It moves, but the gaps, the bad fills, it's just not, yeah, it's not worth it. Let me clean this up. Make sure I gotta stay on top of this. All right. So put, actually, I'm gonna put the Almighty Gold on top. The Almighty Gold, because that's the instrument that I prefer to trade. Pay attention to instead of all this bullshit ass indices that they be doing. Okay. Okay. We are trading at least low liquidity on the Nasdaq, or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I haven't looked at the volume in a while, but that is usually, this is pretty low volume.
Connection lost.
That's probably my Tradify account disconnecting. Oh shit, Apex disconnected. Wow. Okay. Okay. Usually I see that with Tradify, it just randomly disconnects, but that's Apex disconnecting. Mm. No. It's my money, and I want it now. All right. Well, I'm out of time for this session. I'm gonna leave this short running. I've already shared my concerns with this position. We have both the ES and or my bad. We have both the 200 EMA and VWAP right here. We have the value area low lining up. So this could potentially be a hot spot for buyers. This can be a potential hot spot for people to take their profits. If we can see a continuation from here, I mean, it doesn't matter, but I think we can potentially see a move down there to 6K. Don't know if it's going to happen today or during the session or maybe even overnight. But I think we can see a move to 6K, but obviously the price action is going to have to suggest that. I don't necessarily see a bigger move higher, at least not until we get CPI tomorrow. I think the worst case is that we chop. Oh, shit. There we go. All right. All right. So there we go, baby. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. There we go. There we fucking go, baby. There we go. So if I didn't get that trade in gold, I definitely would have got this trade. So yeah, beautiful trade. Hopefully y'all guys was in it with me and y'all made some money. I think that's a great way to end the stream. So like I said, I'm out of time for this session. We'll definitely come back later on tonight and we'll look for more opportunities to earn some more money. Oh shit, are we going to get a full move? What? What? I won't get an apology from gain weight at all. I just know I won't. I won't get an apology from gain weight. I just know that gain weight, he sees this movement, he see the targets getting hit, and there will be no apology. That's what the fuck I'm talking about, baby. Was that our boy Trump that did that shit? Was that our boy Trump? Let's see. You always can count on Trump. Always can count on our. So it says U.S. China trade discussions are ongoing in London. I don't know why that would knock the market down, but hey, targets got filled, so that's all that fucking matters. That's all that matters. Targets got filled. All right, so I got a couple of runners. I'm gonna let these run. We'll definitely come back later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, because you said I was wrong and I was right, that's why I gained weight. You said why I shorted. This is why we shorted it. We shorted it at resistance. Like I mean, well, like I said, there was a lot of things that there was a lot of confluence in this area why I took this short. This area was resistance yesterday, was the left shoulder, the head. This was the bulls failing to hold that pullback. And we saw that big move down. And this was the right shoulder. This area lined up with the fib. That was my final confirmation to set my limit and take the trade. So I was using market structure. I was using context. The bulls failed to hold that pullback. And this was just the right shoulder and the fib lined up in this area. So that's why I took this trade and we got paid. So I do think that like I said, we go to at least 6,000. Don't know if it happens today, but 6,000 is probably going to be a hot spot. Potentially, maybe a sweep underneath this low right here. Potentially a sweep right there. So I'm going to be looking how the market reacts at that low right there. And that's going to influence my next trading decision. So hey man, this dummy money can turn into real money real quick with these firms. So but all right guys, I'm out of time. I got to hop into this meeting. We'll definitely come back later on tonight and we'll look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out everybody.